In north central Massachusetts, a reason to look up.
We're starting to get that buzz.
We were hoping that something really big would happen in Devens.
A new sustainable residential community, new construction, neighborhood hangouts, all nestled in the woods.
4,400 acres of beautiful space in a really idyllic part of the state.
A former Army base is transforming, becoming a hub for everything from clean energy to biopharmaceuticals, even movies.
Devens is on the map in a big way. There's real high-paying jobs here in tomorrow's industries.
Developing Devens, tonight on Chronicle.
This is Chronicle on WCVB Channel 5.
To understand what's happening in Devens, you have to go back in time, when this was home to the Fort Devens Army Base. Between 1917 to 1996, more than 400,000 military personnel were stationed or came through the base. Jesse Tarbell grew up nearby in the town of Shirley.
It was very active, and you would always see the troops in the areas. They were everywhere, out and about. So it was just thriving.
Kelly Arvidsson also remembers.
1990, I came here to be the marketing director of Fort Devens. It looked just like every military town in the U.S. Busy, very busy.
When the Department of Defense closed the base in 1996, locals panicked.
So many jobs, all of their businesses depended on the military spending, and there were 7,000 people who were losing their jobs.
It was a ghost town, and I didn't know what was going to happen with that. It was really weird at that time because, what are they going to use all this space for?
All that space, 4,400 acres of it, had immense potential, says Arvidsson. She's now Senior Vice President of Business and Economic Development at Mass Development, the state's finance agency and land bank.
Mass Development decided to buy it from the Army and figure out a plan that could retain the economic development viability for the area, and that's what they did.
There's really a community spirit that is exciting to us.
When Chronicle visited in 2005, Devens' transformation had just begun. Today, Devens is not an official town, but an economic enterprise zone run by Mass Development. Devens is composed of parts of Ayer, Shirley, Harvard, and Lancaster.
The state police, we have a contract with them. We manage our own utilities. We manage our own fire department. We have a huge public works department that manages all 4,400 acres, and we have a contract with the town of Harvard for school.
The goal? To create a strong community that's also attractive to cutting-edge businesses, says Arvidsson. It costs far less to build here than Boston or Cambridge, and the permitting process is easier, she says.
It's our opportunity to give these companies a place to stay in Massachusetts so that we don't lose them to low-cost centers like North Carolina and Texas and other low-cost states that have wide open spaces and lower cost. We have that.
Targeting companies with a sustainable focus has become a Devens hallmark. One new resident is Commonwealth Fusion Systems, or CFS.
CFS came out originally from MIT. We wanted to be in a place that wanted us there. In addition to having a really welcoming community and having the space, Devens had all the connections to the infrastructure that we needed, so power and water, all these things that you need to have a manufacturing facility.
At CFS, Alex Creeley and his team are working to develop clean energy technology.
Eventually, we want to build fusion power plants. And so right here in Devens, we are manufacturing magnets, and then we'll take those magnets, put them together into this tokamak, this fusion machine, looks like a donut, and use that to demonstrate the technology on the path to a power plant.
Devens has become the epicenter of climate technology manufacturing in Massachusetts. I noticed we haven't put the acoustic panels up yet over the garage doors.
Tyson Reynoso is managing director and partner of Boston-based King Street Properties.
After searching the whole of eastern Massachusetts for a couple of years, we found this site. We needed something of large scale to build a project of this size.
That project is Pathway Devens, which broke ground in 2020. King Street Properties is building a campus specifically designed for biomanufacturing.
There will be 5 buildings. on the campus and 700,000 square feet. We anticipate roughly 1,000 people working on campus, and these are well-paying, next-generation jobs.
Companies have already moved in. More buildings are in progress. Meanwhile, workers are flocking to the canteen, an amenity center and eatery on campus.
I've lived in the area for 25 years in Shirley, and I work in biotech. What's happening in Devens is phenomenal.
We've shown that you can keep manufacturing local in Massachusetts. It doesn't have to go to other states or other countries. It's a great story, and we're really excited to be part of it.
So the question is, will Devens become an actual town? It could remain as it is, an enterprise zone, become its own town, or revert back to the towns in which it lies and be split up. That decision will be made by 2033, when Mass Development's governance of Devens is set to expire. In the meantime, one of the biggest challenges with developing Devens is that the area is a Superfund site, like many former military bases. So there is an ongoing cleanup by the Army. Coming up, building with the climate in mind.